might be a better option here. Find the right light. There he is. Darth Jar Jar. Cool. We're going to zoom back out. Okay. And let's do a little overview, because that was the last bit. So that completes the build. I'm going to put the last spares into here. So as you can see here, these are the spares that are left over. As you know from doing Lego builds, whenever you get those small pips, you know, they give you those extras in case you lose a piece. One rolls away, one breaks, whatever it might be. I've got bags and bags and bags and bags of these things, and you can do some pretty neat builds and stuff with them. I'm actually looking at, I've got enough of them now where I might actually look to do some mosaic work. And make some different types of mosaics on like on a base plate, you know, maybe, and then see if I can frame it or something. I think that might be kind of fun. I've got enough colors and enough of them to do something like that. So, so that's good. And I'll put the lid back on, and let's take a quick look here and let's review the final product. So. So here we have it. I'll take the minifigs out here in a moment, because we have, actually, I'll take them out now. Oh, Darth Jar Jar, your head is so big. Release. Let go. Went on so nice. There we go. That back on. Okay. And then we're going to flip the top turret out and take out Darth Dev and Beach Luke, and slide the turret seats back in for right now. And now we're going to open up the Falcon. We got one other minifig we got to pull out here. This forward. There'll also be an opportunity to give a tour of the internals. So we're going to lift this up carefully and take out Jedi Vader. The holding pen. Here's your Darth, or your Jedi Vader. So let's do a quick review of the minifigs for this set, and then we'll move forward on to the rest of the build. So I'm thrilled with the minifigures on this set. I think that it's really one of the things that shines about this, is because not only is it a great selection of minifigures, a great selection of characters that many people will know. I know for my girls, they will recognize all of these because we watched the Rebuild the Galaxy series and really enjoyed it. Put the on there. So not only do they recognize Darth Jar Jar, Bounty Hunter C-3PO, Jedi Vader, Darth Dev, Beach Luke, Darth Rey, but because they've also watched a lot of the Star Wars movies and series with me, they also know who regular C-3PO is, who Darth Vader is, of course, Luke Skywalker, Jar Jar, Rey, you know. So even if you don't know the Rebuild the Galaxy series, you can kind of put one and one together. And a lot of people are also familiar with the the Marvel What If series, and so it's kind of Lego Star Wars' take on What If. That's another element of that. So let's go through here and take a look at the figures. So we have Jedi Vader. Jedi Vader is great. Not only is it all of that inverse coloring, because he's, of course, white instead of black armor, But he also has great details, great printing on the, I'm actually going to lift a little bit higher to get out of some of the brighter lighting of my, there we go, and have it refocus. A lot of great detail on the chest printing, but also it has leg printing. And both arms have really nice arm printing, especially the left arm where you've got not just the shoulder pad, but I'm trying to get the angle too darn bright. I'm going to get it closer to the camera here. You can also see some striping here on the arm. Thank God for autofocus. Hooray. So you can kind of see that on both arms. And then there's also back printing, even if it's hidden behind the cape. So you can kind of see all of that. And we'll show you it's not the white, the washed out face of Anakin Skywalker from the original movies and everything else, because of course that didn't happen in the Rebuild the Galaxy series. Come on, my other hand out of the way. I think that was impacting that. There we go, the autofocus. Beautiful. That's a beautiful autofocus right there. All right, so that is Jedi Vader. Okay, next up, let's go with Darth Dev. So I'm going to move him closer here and see if I can also get the autofocus to work. Everything's backwards. All right. So there is Darth Dev. Once again, great printing. Chest printing, the leg printing is good. You do have the arm printing that is fantastic there on that one side. His right arm does not have arm printing, and that's okay. It's just different color. And then you have the back print as well. Come on, autofocus. Sometimes it works, sometimes it... There we go. Let's go back to the dark side. Matter of fact, everybody else's dark side here. We have Darth Rey. So Darth Rey is not just a character from the Rebuild the Galaxy series, but she's actually in the movies. I believe it's episode 8. When she goes, when she's on the island with Luke, and she goes down into the cave, and she's in front of that ice glass mirror, whatever it is, and she sees the dark version of herself, similar to the scene of Luke in episode 5 when he goes down on Dagobah, goes down into the hole, and he sees Darth Vader and cuts the head off, and then the face mask blasts away, but it's actually Luke's face, right? It's that same type of thing. There is a scene like that showing Darth Rey with the double lightsaber, and then she flicks that double lightsaber, you know, instead of it being two side by side, the one flips down, and then it becomes the two-sided, you know, Darth Maul lightsaber. So that's Darth Rey. And she also has an alternate face on the back side inside of the hood. If you take the hood off, autofocus comes in. You can see it's angry face, angry Rey. I feel like she's angry in a lot of stuff, even when she's not Darth Rey. Okay. So now, I'm not gonna do spoiler alert. So this is Bounty Hunter C-3PO, and he's a bounty hunter. He's not his Sith Lord, but he does have the red eyes, and really nice detail here. Nice twist to it. Good details in the leg printing and the chest printing, the red eyes. You have arm printing on both arms, both on that black arm and on that copper or gold arm there as well. Come on, focus. There we go. It's coming back. Yeah. And then also some great out here. Go. So 6 minifigs that came with this set. It's fantastic. Them over here. All right. Now to the star of the show, the Dark Falcon. So first off, when you close it up, the one thing I will say I'm rather disappointed by is that when you look at the box, which box is right now, but you can actually see it in the bottom left-hand corner. That's actually very similar to the image on the box art, on the cover artwork on the box, and it shows that this is actually not a deflector dish that's here like it is on the original Millennium Falcon, but it actually looks very similar to a like the Death Star, right? And it's actually more of like a weapon rather than a shield. Now, why I'm disappointed is it's got the spots to hold. They could have just done. It wouldn't have to be too. It wouldn't be too complicated. They could have just done 4 lightsaber pieces and put that in there to at least bring those together, or something similar to what they did on the Death Star to be able to give you that effect, and they didn't. So it just feels incomplete. I feel like that's something, especially since they put the green pips there. I feel like that's something that they missed. And I just realized I put the cockpit on wrong. I put it on sideways. Wasn't even paying attention. Look at that. Yeah. All right. That's the one thing that I think I was expecting and I didn't get. A little bit disappointed there. Other than that, tremendous detail on this. It really is. And not only with good use of the stickers at the right spots for those grills, but also underneath on this top piece here underneath the turret. Really nice details there, but also a good mix of stickers and greeblings. So you also have some great greebling in different places on the ship itself, where you can kind of see some of those pieces as well. The side is the part for me that really shines, similar to the 75-257 set from a couple years back, which I'll show you here in a second. Just really good detail. They did carry that over and bring that over, so you'll see that in a moment, that it's very similar. And they made the engine red instead of blue, like that 75-257, but really good detail. Now, when you open it up, detail here, but there's not a lot of space to configured with the sticker print, and so it's actually really great. So you can see comparison side by side of a lot of the details that switched in Rebuild the Galaxy to make it more of a Sith Lord ship. But a lot of the same details, including the same way to, although the guns just fell out. The turret gun fell off. The girls must have been playing with it, so the turret gun's missing right now, but I'll add that back in later. It does have that same mechanism for the drop ramp. The legs are a little bit different. They just turned them and attached them using Technic pieces, where the other one did not use the Technic pieces. Okay. And then when you look on the inside, and this stayed as a deflector dish and not as a super weapon. And when you open it up, you can see not only the minifigs in different places here, but you can also see some of the weapons. You can see it wasn't a video game system, but actually the actual 3D chess table is here. And some of those details, which are really well done in here as well. So some similarities and some differences. So I wanted to kind of give you that. All right. The next one, now we get a little bit smaller. Slide that one over there. Okay, so next one up. This one also came out this year. This is the 75-375. This is the Starship series. They used to call them the goodness, now I'm completely macro scale. I can't remember now. But the smaller one here. This is 921 pieces. This one was an absolute joy to build. I really like, even though they're calling it the Starship series, I really like this series because they are very shelf display friendly. These are pieces that you can leave out in different spots and it doesn't take up an entire shelf. You can kind of put it on a bookcase. It's not overly tall, not overly wide, not overly long. And it's just such a great piece. Good detail, even though a lot of it is sticker work. Like the cockpit is not the see-through plastic. But overall, it's just a really nice piece. Now, there is no internals here. It's just the external, so there aren't really play features on it. It's more of a display piece. But it's really well done. Great detail for such a small piece. This one was a big winner for me. Really appreciated it. Okay. Last one is, that's right, 75-295, the Micro Fighter. Look how cute. So tiny. But it was fun. And it's got, you know, Han Solo sitting there. I actually have to zoom in to be able to show it to you, because it is tiny. Zoom in all the way. Oh, wrong button. You can zoom all the way in and fit it on my 4x zoom. But I mean, honestly, for the size and scope, for this being 101 pieces, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got a pretty good amount of detail that really accomplishes a lot. It's got those little details on the back there, the little discs that they do the sticker prints on the other ones. It's got them up here on the front. It's got some, you know, some details here for the lights. It's got the side circles and the engines kind of fit in there. I mean, this is actually fairly impressive. And honestly, the only thing that I really, you know, initially hesitated on this for with the Micro Fighter series was I just thought it was kind of weird to have, you know, the tiny ship and then having the minifigure sitting on it like that. You know, I actually would have probably preferred it to just be just the piece itself and not have a minifig. That's okay. But then it started to grow on me. And even with that, though, it's still pretty neat. So just well done. So that's the fourth one that I had that I wanted to kind of share. And that gives you kind of some ideas of size, scope, scale. Like I said, the UCS one would probably take up the entire table, but still a fantastic piece. I have not built that one. I do not have that one, but maybe someday in a galaxy far, far away. We'll see. Overall, though, I forgot to close off. There we go. Overall, though, they've come out with some really nice Millennium Falcons. And the Dark Falcon is fantastic. If you're looking for a set that's going to be a little bit different, I highly recommend it. This one still, I think they just retired it, the 257. I think they just retired it last year. It might not be retired yet, though. I'd have to check on that. This is a great, if you want a true representation of the Millennium Falcon that is bigger than the Starship series, this has tremendous detail. If you don't want to drop the money on the UCS set, definitely a winner. This one is possibly my favorite, to be honest, because it is so displayable. It is so fantastic. I like it having the display plate. Is really a fantastic feature there as well. It's made for the collectors out there. You know, for the Star Wars enthusiasts. It's got just the right amount of detail, and they really do a nice job of making the builds fun. Every Starship series build that I've done to date, I have thoroughly enjoyed putting it together. From my first one that I ever did, which was the Executor Super Star Destroyer, to this one, to the Invisible Hand, to the Tantive 4, you know, on and on and on. They really make great building experiences. So I highly recommend. The other one that I really like, the other series that I really like with Star Wars, and I actually heard some rumors that they're going to be bringing a few more out in 2025, is the Helmet series. So you can actually see right above me here, I've got Luke Skywalker's Red 5 helmet, and I've got Darth Vader here. I have the whole Star Wars helmet series, and now that I'm looking at it, I think it's going to be really great because it's going to catch people's attention. It's going to catch their eye because it's in that all black and inverse colors versus something they may have seen somebody else have before. There's going to be a lot less people that have one of these, because this is a one of a kind right now. They haven't done another Dark Falcon before. They've done 28 of the regular Millennium Falcon of different varieties. So that's also going to play nicely. So it's a discussion piece. But yeah, so that's it for this evening. And that wraps us up on that. We are going to be coming up on, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing a complete ASMR build. where from opening the box, I'll do a short introduction, and then from opening the box through finishing the build for 75,388, that's Jedi Bob's Starfighter. There will be no speaking. It'll be, I might chat with people just typing it, typing in the chat, but it's going to be all just focused on the build, zoomed in, and audio and everything else. That's going to be coming up maybe sometime next week, either Tuesday or Thursday. Take a look on the Discord and I'll advertise it out. But we'll do that, and that'll be done in one stream. 305 pieces, totally confident I can get it done in one stream. So that'll be coming up here pretty soon, right around the corner. Thank you so much also for everybody. Wolf Zenly, Chloe, Vihudi, for chatting, for coming and watching, for everybody else that, maybe didn't chat but came to watch. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. I know there's a lot of streamers out there. There's a lot of options for what you can watch. It really touches me that you choose to watch my content. Give me feedback. Let me know how I can make it even better. What'd you like? What could I do better? What could I do? What should I do more or less of? Hit me up. But that's going to do it for tonight. Tomorrow night we're kind of provisional on tomorrow night, as mentioned, because of my daughter's swim meet. So we'll play it by ear on whether or not we stream some more Satisfactory. Otherwise, we'll be back on Sunday night for another build night. But that's going to do it for tonight. I am Creative Constructs. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening and weekend if I don't see you beforehand. And I will see you on the next creation. Have a great one.